We are live. Hello, critical thinkers. Hope all is well. Tonight, we're going to be going over a follow-up story. And actually, before anything, I have to do the commercial, as everyone knows, because YouTube is a vicious beast, and this kind of content is not yet really accepted, is not pushed out to the masses. So one thing I will say, if everyone could please do me a favor, please like the stream now, do early. It doesn't cost you anything to like it. If you can comment below, I see a couple of people have put down their locations. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Really, really appreciate that. And if you can share this stream, share the video. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Right now, the channel is over 1,400 subscribers, and I greatly appreciate all of you who have supported the channel, subscribed. Really do appreciate that. And if you feel so compelled to, if you want to financially support the stream, that's greatly appreciated as well. One thing you can do, you can either send a Cash App. The Cash App is Critical Convo HR, or you can do a super chat, super thanks, or a super sticker. So let's go ahead and jump to the content now. And for those of you who don't know, this stream is going over a follow-up story I did some time ago. This was back in April. We had a motorcyclist by the name of Benny Rivera, who was pretty much, it seems like he was accosted. He was going to his job, and this gentleman comes out and pulls out a gun. Allegedly, this police chief did not identify himself as a police officer. His lights, he was in a regular civilian car. His lights were not on. And let's just say Benny got in a bunch of trouble based on the police report. Thank goodness there was a camera. So for those of you who are not familiar with the story, I'm going to go back to April 30th, when this was actually, this was originally reported May 1st, May 2nd. I'm going to share with you a video of the original reporting, and then I'm going to provide you with the update. One thing I'm also going to do is go over the press release, the Manheim Township of Pennsylvania, the board released in terms of the decision to end the contract of this police chief. So I'm going to go ahead and share this video with you now, and you guys let me know what you think about this. Here we go.
Security footage from a Lancaster County shopping center shows the moments a local police chief pulled a gun on a 24-year-old motorcyclist last month. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 News at 5. I'm Amy Lutz. The new video seemingly contradicts prior police reports about the incident, and charges have since been dropped. Fox 43's Matt Kleindienst joins us live from Manheim Township now with the very latest. Matt?
Amy, on May 2nd, Manheim Township police announced that they had arrested 24-year-old Benny Penna-Rivera after he allegedly shoved Chief Duane Fisher and resisted arrest during a traffic stop a couple days prior. However, Pena-Rivera says that the security video tells a different story from that day. This security video shows the moment Manheim Township Police Chief Duane Fisher pulled a gun on a 24-year-old man after an alleged traffic violation.
If it wasn't for that video, nobody would actually believe what I was saying or anything.
Benny Pena-Rivera is demanding answers after this interaction on April 30th landed him in jail and facing multiple charges.
Just one thing, just take a look at the initial video, and you notice how the police chief came out hot. He came out of his car, firearm drawn, started touching Benny Pena-Rivera, and he came out very hot, very physical. Didn't seem to be necessary.
Rivera says he was riding his motorcycle to his job at Wingstop prior to the incident and briefly saw Chief Fisher on his way.
I actually saw him on the road on the traffic light that he said that I ran, but he actually waved at me and everything, like, you know, hello, and everything just went normal.
After parking his motorcycle, Pena-Rivera was approached by Fisher, who wasn't wearing a police uniform and didn't have his police lights.
Now, just one thing I do want to say, uh, Benny's account of what happened is very different from what the police chief is saying. And to be transparent and to give you all of the information, all of the facts, I've gone to the Manheim Township Police Department, and I will show you what they published in terms of what they said, what the police chief is saying occurred. I'll show you that after the video.
On in his unmarked car.
All I heard it was underground, I will shoot you. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? You know, what's the reason for all this to be happening at all? And all of a sudden, I just have a gun on my face, like literally on my face. And then on top of that, he's wrestling with me with the gun and everything. If it wasn't because I actually flee out of the season, I don't even know what would even happen.
Chief Fisher would later turn on his police lights after Pena-Rivera fled on foot.
And it's funny because this seems like an oopsie. It's sort of, you know, Pena-Rivera fled on foot, and then he's like, okay, oops, I don't have my lights on in my vehicle. Allow me to put this on quickly before anyone else notices.
In a May 2nd Crime Watch post, police say Pena-Rivera ran a red light, rode up on the sidewalk, and weaved between vehicles before being stopped. They say he was arrested for ignoring Chief Fisher's orders and using his bike to push him down before running away. On Wednesday, Lancaster County District Attorney Heather Adams announced that they were dropping all criminal charges against Pena-Rivera, saying, quote, "The Manheim Police Department and the parties agreed to the resolution of charges in this manner based on the facts and circumstances of this case." Pena-Rivera says he's calling for Chief Fisher to take accountability for his actions that day.
I really want to make justice to go the way it should be, because I don't feel comfortable not even going outside right now or nothing, or even seeing a cop or anything, because at this point I see a cop and I just feel threatened.
Now, within the last hour, Manheim Township announced that they will be launching an investigation into that police incident and have placed Chief Fisher on paid administrative leave. Amy?
All right. Thanks, Matt. We'll, of course, continue to follow the story.
Okay. So that was the story that I do want to go back and go over that this gentleman was indeed arrested. This gentleman was indeed charged with misdemeanors and one felony. But I do want to show you the account of what the police chief said, just to include the officer's side of the story. So I'm going to share this screen with you now. Give me one quick second, and I'll pull this up, and we will go over this together. So this is the Manheim Township Police Department's website. You know, ironically, up here they list the chief of police is Duane M. Fisher. He's going to be relieved of his duty within the next 30 days. We'll talk about that. But if we take a look at what he was arrested for, you will see that Benny was arrested for one count of aggravated assault, which is a felony too. One count of evading arrest or detention on foot, which I believe is a misdemeanor too, which it says here. One count of resisting arrest. One count of DUI related. So what this specific count is, my understanding of this was driving under a suspended license because of a previous DUI related charge. So the charge was driving under a suspended license because of a previous DUI charge. And then we have 5 counts of vehicle code violations. Vehicle code violations. Now, let's go over the account. Now, you see, when you get arrested, for anyone who's ever been arrested before, your mugshot is out there for the world to see. So, unfortunately, his mugshot is there. All of these charges have been dropped. He has pled guilty to the vehicle code violations. And let's go into what the Manheim Township Police is saying what occurred. They have aggravated assault, evading arrest, or detention on foot, resisting arrest, DUS, DUI related arrest, April 30th, 2025. 1900 BLK Fruitful Park, Benny Penna-Rivera, male 24 of Lidditz, PA, was charged with the above offenses following an attempted traffic stop. Around 5:13 p.m. on Wednesday, April 30th, Chief Fisher was in the area of Lidditz Park and Chester Road. He was behind a black motorcycle that was not displaying a PA registration plate. The motorcycle ran a red light on Lidditz Pike in York Road, passed vehicles on the right, rode up onto the sidewalk, weaved between vehicles, and did not use a signal turn. So just to stop it very quickly. So this is saying that he ran a red light, he came up on the sidewalk, weaved between vehicles, and did not use a turn signal. If all of that is correct, those are violations. Those are violations. Those are traffic violations and worthy of being pulled over. Chief Fisher attempted to stop the motorcycle in the area of 1900 BLK Fruitful Park. Chief Fisher was in an unmarked police vehicle and identified himself as Manheim Township Police. Now, this is where we have the discrepancy in terms of whether he identified himself or not. Benny is saying he did not identify himself as a police officer. He thought he was being accosted. The rider stated the rider started the motorcycle as Chief Fisher attempted to stop him from leaving. The suspect, later identified as Benny Penna-Rivera, ignored orders to turn off the motorcycle, shoved Chief Fisher, and attempted to drive away. Pena-Rivera got off the motorcycle, and it was between him and Chief Fisher. Pena-Rivera used the bike to push Chief Fisher and make an escape on foot. A search of the area ensued. Pena-Rivera was identified as the rider by police investigation. Pena-Rivera was located in Lancaster City on Thursday, May 1st, 2025. He was taken into custody without incident. Charges were filed for the above offenses. Pena-Rivera was arraigned by MDJ Monson and committed to Lancaster County Prison in lieu of $5,000 bail. So you see, he was pulled over, and according to Benny, the police chief did not identify himself. They found discrepancies between the video that you saw and between the account of what the police chief put in writing. So the thing that's very damaging is, you see, you can easily lose your freedom in the event that you do have a police officer lie. And you see, his bail was $5,000. I do not know how quickly he came out, whether he had bail posted, or whether this was resolved quickly and they ended up releasing him. But initially, on his arrest date, this was his bail. So, so we have a couple of people I want to shout out very quickly. We do have Elizabeth Miller. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. We have Nona E828 from New York City. And then we have Larry. Larry says, was he just following orders? Oh, wait a minute. He gives the orders. Despicable. And he is one of many, unfortunately. So, yeah, this is despicable that we have this discrepancy between the police report and what we see on video. We're easily reminded how easily you can lose your freedom. It's pretty astonishing. It is pretty scary. So one thing I want to do next is go over an article with you and share with you the update in terms of what's occurring to Police Chief Duane Fisher. Here we go. So Manheim Township ending Police Chief Duane Fisher contract in 30 days. One thing I'm going to share with you is the press release that was released from the Board of Commissioners, because there's a lot of good information in there I do want to share with you. But here's the article, and this is from WGAL, Lancaster, PA. Manheim Township. The Manheim Township Board of Commissioners unanimously voted on a series of topics related to the April 30th incident involving Manheim Township Police Chief Duane Fisher and Benny Penna-Rivera on Monday. The board authorized the township solicitor, Dwight Yoder, to utilize Emmanuel Kopashan as an independent third-party expert to investigate the incident involving Fisher and Benny Penna-Rivera. So they utilized the third party to conduct an independent investigation into what occurred. Kopashan will evaluate if the incident was handled properly and will make recommendations on whether changes to policies or procedures may be required. The board reaffirmed that the township has released and will continue to release public records related to the incident as long as releasing such records is consistent with state law. The township will be responding to an Act 22 dash cam and body cam footage request from the media. The board voted to issue an exception to the fees normally charged for an Act 22 review and provide the response free of charge. So the township is saying that they normally charge to release the video. They're releasing it free of charge of the dash cam. So that's a good thing. Lastly, the board decided to provide Fisher 30 days written notice of the township's intention to end his contract. So the town has already committed to ending his contract and giving him 30 days notice. The board's decision to end Fisher's employment with the township is not based on any finding of cause. So this is a very important thing, because what's happening here is that they're looking to save face, and they're looking to be viewed as a board that takes action, but they're not placing blame on the police chief, Duane Fisher. They're not doing it. But they're saying they're ending his employment, but it's not based on any finding of cause. So that's tricky. But simply an acknowledgement that the incident in question has become untenable for all parties involved in the matter. Acting Chief Brian Perez will lead the Manheim Township Police Department while the township evaluates a search for a new chief for the department. So that is the article in terms of the police chief is going to be was given 30 days notice. He's no longer going to be the police chief, and they're going to be instituting a search. Now, one thing that I found very interesting is that the Manheim Township Board of Commissioners released a press release about this incident and about what occurred. So I'm going to go share that with you now. I'm going to pull it up, share it with you, because I think it's key and it's quite important, actually. We go over that. So for those of you who just joined us, if you guys can please do me a favor, please like the stream, comment below, let me know where you're watching from, share the content with other people, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Really do immensely. It does mean a lot. It helps with the algorithm. So I'm going to share with you a press release here. And this is what the Manheim Township Board of Commissioners released. Let me go ahead and pull this up for y'all. Okay, here we go. Lancaster, PA, June 23rd, 2025. At their regular meeting held on June 23rd, 2025, the Manheim Township Board of Commissioners unanimously voted to initiate a series of measures related to the April 30th, 2025 incident involving Manheim Township Police Chief Duane Fisher and Benny Pena-Rivera. By the way, just so you guys know, I made an attempt back when I first covered this story, and I was able to get a hold of Benny Pena-Rivera. I invited him to come on. I have not heard back, but just so you know, I did attempt to get him on and get his side of the story, and I would have loved to interview him. Benny, if you're out there, you want to come on, feel free to reach out. I'd love to have you on. So let's continue on with this press release. The board took action to address questions posed by residents and to demonstrate the board's commitment to maintaining public confidence and the integrity of the Manheim Township Police Department. To achieve this objective, the board authorized the township solicitor, Dwight Yoder, to engage Emmanuel Kopashan as an independent third-party expert to investigate the incident involving Chief Fisher and Benny Pena-Rivera. Mr. Kopashan graduated from Harvard Law School and has over 42 years of experience as an expert evaluating use of firearms and force by police officers and related matters. Mr. Kopashan will evaluate if the incident was handled properly and will make recommendations on whether changes to policies or procedures may be required. The board reaffirmed that the township has and will continue to release public records the township has related to this incident as long as releasing such records is consistent with state law. To date, the township has released police policies regarding traffic stops, use of force, and body dash cameras and email communication between the township manager and commissioners regarding the video from Wingstop. Additionally, the township will soon be responding to an Act 22 dash cam and body cam footage request from the media. The board voted to issue an exception to the fees normally charged for an Act 22 review and provide the response free of charge. So this is what the article discussed. They're going to release any sort of body cam, dash cam footage. I'm assuming the police chief had a dash cam in his vehicle, and that should be released to the public. Well, finally, the board decided to provide Chief Fisher 30 days written notice of the township's intention to end his contract. As explained by the township's labor attorney, Teresa Mangiovi, the September 11, 2024 employment agreement authorizes the board to terminate Mr. Fisher's employment for reasons other than for cause upon payment of 6 months of severance at the chief's current salary. So guys, check this out. Check this out. So based on his contract, he's going to be terminated. If it's other than for cause, he gets 6 months of severance. 6 months of severance. Now, just understand this. This is not uncommon. I'm a human resource professional. I've worked in many organizations where you have many CEOs, many executive directors have an employment contract, and part of their contract is a parachute clause in which it says, if you terminate my employment, if I don't resign, you terminate my employment, you have to pay me X number of months of severance. So this police chief is getting 6 months pay. In lieu of waiting for the conclusions of an independent investigation into the incident that occurred on April 30th, the board decided it was in the best interest of the township to discontinue his employment. Chief Fisher's annual salary is $145,650. The board's decision to end Chief Fisher's employment with the township is not based on any finding of cause, but simply an acknowledgement that the incident in question has become untenable for all parties involved in this matter. Basically, what the Board of Commissioners is saying is that, hey, Fisher, you've brought us too much attention. You brought us too much negative media attention. We're terminating your contract. It's not for cause because they're still evaluating the use of force. So he gets 6 months pay. Acting Chief Brian Frezes, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Please don't come after me. Will continue to lead the Manheim Township Police Department while the township evaluates a search process for a new chief for the department. The board offered its full support to the Manheim Township Police Department officers and leaders. The township also released the following timeline related to its response by the township manager and commissioners to the incident involving Chief Fisher. May 14th, Township Manager Rick Kane was first informed of the existence of a video capturing the incident and immediately notified all township commissioners. Until that point, none of the commissioners were aware of the incident or the video. May 15th, after consulting with Solicitor Yoder, Township Labor Attorney Teresa Mangiovi, and Board President Stacy Morgan Brubaker, Chief Fisher was placed on paid administrative leave by Manager Kane pending the outcome of an investigation. Again, this is paid leave. May 16th, Lancaster County District Attorney Heather Adams issued a press release confirming that her office is not investigating Chief Fisher's use of force because the actions did not rise to the level of a potential criminal act, and that her office does not have authority over internal policy or discipline specific to any police department in Lancaster County. Now, what I would say is you may not have authority over internal policy, but how about falsifying a police report? Isn't that a crime? Can't the police chief be arrested for that? So that's a question that I have for you guys. May 19th, the township spoke to Lancaster County DA office to confirm that neither the Lancaster District Attorney's Office nor the State Attorney General's Office would conduct a use of force investigation. The township solicitor confirmed that under state law, the Attorney General does not have authority or jurisdiction to undertake an internal use of force investigation involving a local police department. Since May 19th, various potential investigators have been contacted and evaluated, culminating in the board's decision to hire Mr. Kolpashan. The board requested the use of an independent investigator with no known ties to Lancaster County or the Manheim Township Police Department. Kolpashan is available to begin the investigation as soon as possible. In anticipation of engaging an independent investigator, the township solicitor and labor attorney have been working with Township Manager Rick Kane and Acting Chief Reyes to identify and preserve records and information related to the incident. The Board of Commissioners has held 6 executive sessions to review personal matters related to the chief's actions on April 30th, 2025. And this is the end of the press release issued by the Manheim Township Board of Commissioners. So as you see, I found it very interesting. He was termed, but he was not termed for cause. And this allowed the township to pay him 6 months based on his employment contract. This is not that outrageous for me because I've seen this in many organizations, many for-profit, nonprofit organizations, Fortune 500 companies. This is just part of letting go of and executive director, CEO, or in this case, police chief. I'm curious to see what happens, whether Benny is going to file a civil lawsuit against the Manheim Township, against the police force. Um, if there is notice of a civil lawsuit, I will inform you guys. I will make you guys privy to that and share that information. So I will do that. So just very quickly, one thing I want to do very quickly is just again do a little quick commercial. If y'all can please do me a favor, like the video, comment below, share it, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can feel free to financially support the channel. Any contribution of any size matters, helps with our operating expenses, helps with putting out new information. And getting, maybe a better camera or better microphone and really upping the production value. So I just want to thank you for everyone. And if you're not able to financially support, that's fine. You can financially support by hitting that like button or smashing that subscribe button and hitting the bell notification icon and hitting all so that you'll be notified when I go live. So I'm just going to go to a couple of quick comments, but before that, I do want to invite anyone who wants to come on and give me your input, give me your comments on this. If you disagree with anything I've said, I'll welcome you to come on. The only thing I will say is that if you guys could share your camera, don't have any loud music in the back, and be respectful. So the link is there for anyone who wants to come on. If you do click on the link, you have to click on share your mic, share your camera, and then click on enter the studio, because I will not see you unless you click on enter the studio. So I want to go into a couple of quick comments that people have here. We have Sean. Sean, thank you for being here again. Their end is how the corruption moves in a safe face manner right through the courthouse. Cops lying, oxymoron, God hates a liar, wonder why. Unacceptable. Truth is in integrity. Thanks. I agree with you 100%. And also, truth is in integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. This police chief thought that nobody was watching. Thankfully for the camera that was there from Wingstop, that really saved him. Sean, again, so we personally have to escort these corrupt people right out the door, and these chief board of commissioners, big title, get out. Yeah, absolutely. We have Sandra watching from Connecticut. Sandra, thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up now. We haven't been on for that long, so it's been about 33 minutes. I just wanted to update you on this, and I wanted to very quickly. I wanted to give a special shout out to someone, and this person is the one that reminded me about this story big time. So I wanted to give a shout out to her. I'm gonna just pull up her screen name, and I gave thanks to her previously in the video. But let me just give me one quick second. Let me just pull this out very quickly, very, very quickly. Okay. I want to give a special shout out to Cat Whisperer, who actually brought this to my attention. So Cat Whisperer, if you're out there, thank you for reminding me about this story and commenting, because this was a very important update. So Cat Whisperer, thank you for that. I truly, truly appreciate that. So thank you for that. So again, one thing I want to do is say thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you have a moment, please like the video, share, comment, subscribe, financially support us if you're financially able to. And again, as I say in all of my videos, my goal is to go deeper than what the mainstream media is sharing and telling with you. So everyone, take care, God bless, and I will see you next time.